Hello and welcome back to 𝗬𝗱 Academy. Today we want to learn how to pronounce the ed ending. Yeah, how to pronounce verbs with words that end with ed. Yeah, verbs that end with ed. So that's exactly what we want to learn today. How to pronounce them. For example, the word travel. Travel. So will you pronounce it if you have the ed at the end? Is it traveled or travailed or travailed? And it's like, okay, that's exactly what we want to do today. So when you have an ed after verb, it has three ways of pronouncing this kind of verbs. For example, it can sound the end can sound the ed can sound it can also sound id, and after that it can also sound ts. All right, so I want to teach you today, what we want to learn today is how to pronounce these verbs that end with an ed. So how to pronounce them, how to know the right sound at the end of this ed ending. Okay, so the first rule is this. So there's a voice consonants. When you have a voice consonants sounds or vowel plus ed is equal to the. This is what I'm trying to say. Whenever a word ended with the voiced consonant sound, or the vowel sounds, and you have ed after it, you have to pronounce the ed as the. Okay? So here are examples. But before we go to the examples, let's first learn how to pronounce these consonant sounds, the voice consonant sound. Listen and repeat after me. L, l, mm, 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 b, b, g, g, v, v, z, z. And the last sound here, j. So as in this letter, that's J. Okay, so here are examples of words that end with a ed word. Ed verbs. Okay, so traveled, failed, agreed, tried. All right, let's go to the next one. Whenever you have a voiceless consonants plus ed, so whenever you have a verb that's ended with the ed, so when the verb is the sound there is a voiceless consonant plus ed, so you have to pronounce the ed as t. All right, so let's look at examples. Let's listen to the pronunciation of the sounds verb. The voiceless consonant sounds. P. Don't say poo, not poo. P. K. Not ku. K. S. S. Sh. Sh. And the last one here, ch. Ch. Okay? So that's a ch. Now here are example of words that you can pronounce the end. You can pronounce the ending as t. Okay. For example, jump. You don't say jumped. What you have to say is jumped. Well, you have an ed after it, so don't say jumped. Not jumped. You have to pronounce it as jumped. So these are our examples. Fixed. You don't say fixed. Fixed, because this sound here it's ended with what sound? With a voiceless consonant. Fixed, worked, missed. This danced. Don't say danced, not danced. Danced. And this one, washed. Again, washed. All right, now let's go to the last one. Okay, so when the word ended with these two sounds, t or d, and after this t or d, you're having the ed. So how will you pronounce it? Okay, so when you have a verb that's ended with t or d, and after that you're having ed after it, you have to pronounce the ed there as id. Id. Listen and repeat after me. Id. Id. Okay? So here are examples of words with it. Wanted. You can see that this want, it's ended with what sound? T. So when we add the ed to it, so it's going to sound wanted, not wanted. Not wanted, you have to say wanted. Wanted. And the next example, starts. Starts. So this have to be pronounced as started, not started. Okay? Started. And the next example here, need. Need. Needed. You can see it's the word need and with what sound? Duh. So and after that we have the ed. So we have to pronounce the word as what? You get it? So you have to pronounce it as needed. Needed. Okay, the next example, decided. Decided. You didn't say decided, not dead. Decided. And the last example here is this. Translated. Translated. So you have to pronounce it as translated, not translated. All right, this is the end of this video. And if this video is helpful, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I am 𝗬𝗱𝗵𝗿.